You didn't need 6 high potion pluses, you needed 6 remedy pluses. And to get either of those items, you have to use the medicine level up ability. I think Alexander / Heartless is the one that has that.
So you think derped again?
No, that isn't a thinker derp. That wasn't trying to do step 5 before step 2. That was trying to do step 5 and not knowing what step 5 was.
Ah. Thinker derp part 2?
I don't know why my water bottle does that. I'm like, okay, I need to buy some more remedies. That's okay. I can just do that from the menu screen.
Yay!
Because you need
all of the remedies.
you need 10 remedies to make 1 remedy plus.
Ouch. That's a lot of remedies and a lot of money.
Well, fortunately, I've been doing a lot of walking, so I've gotten paid several times.
Yay, money.
Also, since I've been getting into a bunch of fights, my CD rank, I think by this... Yeah, my CD rank has gone up by this point.
Yay, ranks.
Okay, now it actually works when I use it. And guess what? You don't even have to fight this guy. You just hand over the items, and he joins you.
Well, that's convenient.
Yes, not like Diablos.
Happy son.
Yes.
Happy son.
So this guy, when you summon him, he basically causes every negative status effect in the game.
Yes.
So I figured a GF with a power like that must smell pretty bad, you know, in the bathroom. Hence, the name.
I like that logic.
Are you making reference to when you played, oh, what's that game? That squirrel game?
Oh, I actually haven't seen any of that one.
Alright.
But there was also that rather famous scene in his Majora's Mask Let's Play, when he just had that random song about how you should clean your toilet.
Because yes.
And I'm like, okay, what should I be rearranging here? Crap, I'm still going to have someone with no strength junction. Eventually I'm going to rearrange things so that I'm not missing that on anyone. Of course, I could just buy a strength junction scroll and teach that to one of the other GFs, and that would solve the problem too.
That sounds too convenient.
Now, I just have to go back to that guide. Oh, I was figuring out who to junction the new GF to, and I chose Squall because he doesn't really have anything much in the way of elemental or status defense. And Capri Sun has all of the abilities that will give you those.
Awesome.
Sounds handy.
What am I doing now?
I don't know about you, but I'm being frustrated about being able to pick up a precise ring and then getting my pliers stuck in the other rings that I need to grab. Because god dang it.
Shinkosai, you had that one movie where you had that... What was that thing about Ring Get?
Ring Get? I'm trying to think now. Oh, do you mean Gun Get?
No, you had a... Like, it was a... Like, where you were... Like, had the camera on yourself, like your face, and some music was playing, and...
Yeah, that was, there was a little story behind that. I went to a Sonic convention in the UK, as in, like, Sonic the Hedgehog, and one of the first things that happened was, when we were queuing outside, someone thought it would be a good idea to throw these kind of replica rings everywhere, and of course, the crowd went absolutely mad running to grab the rings, but we nearly had an accident where a guy ran out into the roads, and this car had to, like, brake just in time, sort of thing. But then everyone else was laughing it off afterwards, saying like, "No, it was okay. You would have grabbed the ring in time."
No, but I would just remember I was laughing hysterically when you used the ring get sound effect when your jump fail counter was going on that one mission.
Oh yes.
Alright, so again, the game gives you no idea you have to do this, but if you come here into the Deep Sea Research Facility after you've beaten Bahamut, then it'll be the same thing as before, unless you've been in the Ragnarok, press the, well, default would be the circle button, as I have it set up, the triangle button, and gone into that conference room, or the, calls it the conference room, it's really the cockpit, but, anyway, you have to go into that room and then leave, for some reason, to get to this dungeon, and I don't know why the game does it that way, but that's what you have to do. I was trying to figure out, wait a minute, why can't I go down that hole in the middle of the room? Because there is a big hole in the middle of the room. And then I looked at my player's guide. I actually do have a hard copy player's guide. Someone's typing very loudly.
It's not me, it's one of the two girls.
Can you tell by the typing sounds which gender a person is?
No, because I look at the thingies and I can see Jen and...
Oh. Okay, you see. I was gonna say, or can you... I was gonna say that, or I was gonna say, can you tell that, or can you tell what country it's coming from?
That would actually be more impressive. If you can tell what country typing is coming from.
Yes, let me see. It's a female from America typing there.
Well, especially since you guys use the same keyboard as we do, right?
Yeah, pretty much you're slightly...
No, sorry,
we have some keys that you don't. I think.
Sounds funny. Well, I mean, like... That makes sense, though, because some keys on our keyboard are directly relevant because we're Americans.
Like what?
No, like $sign.
Oh, that. Her, their...
$sign, even though we're British.
Well, like, I can imagine you would have specific keys for, like, $sign and all that.
Yes, we do.
Alright, so...
For the, English... Oh, yeah, we do have the euro sign, yeah. But I think we've got the English pound sign where your $sign would be.
Yeah, so there's a reason why I showed this battle.
Attached to the 4 key.
Yes, hurt, exactly. I think your video may be playing more slowly than the rest of ours are. So I showed that battle because it let me know that I'm going to need to change my setup for this dungeon. I can't afford to fill all those slots with bonus abilities because I need to make my character stronger.
Oh well. So much for that plan.
Which is a shame, because you gain a ton of levels in this dungeon, and the bonus abilities would then, you know, make those levels pay off more.
Actually, speaking of keyboards, I could make mine pump out Cyrillic letters, because aw yeah, Russian.
In Soviet Russia, keyboard bangs you.
No!
Oh,
Don't do that. It sounds like a bad life decision. That's such a bad life decision. I'm going to leave the chat momentarily and get myself something to eat for breakfast. I'm hungry.
Jen is on Hawaiian time.
I was going to say, that's where I had to go a second ago. Apparently people in the house ordered food and they didn't tell me.
Alright, so now instead of my bonus abilities, I'm putting on my No More Mr. Nice Guy abilities. Because this is probably the toughest dungeon in the game. I believe that the Encounter Half and Encounter None abilities will not work. Although I'm not positive about that. In any case, you probably don't want to use them anyway, because these enemies give really good stuff, and lots of ability points.
Awesome.
Big collection of matter that we can climb down.
Yay, and I should really put my phone on silent just in case that someone texts me.
Thank you for reminding me of that. So there's a bit of a puzzle here, and by the way, I'm taking Zell and Rinoa in here. I would strongly recommend those characters for different reasons. Rinoa for in battle and Zell for outside of battle.
Okie doke.
You will see what I mean shortly by that second one. So this is... Yeah, it looks like there was a bit more down here than...
We first thought.
Yes. That energy core was only the tip of the iceberg.
Of course.
I probably should have cut out some of this, but you know what? It's been a while since we've had one of these sessions, and I wanted to give people more time to talk, and plus we just haven't talked in a while.
No, we haven't.
So here I am getting rid of magic that I do not think I'm going to use, because of course you can only have 32 different spells on one character at once.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does, since there are like 50 in the game.
Meh.
On the other hand, it does make you make some decisions, and...
Yes, it makes you use your noggin. Which, as a kid, this was why I didn't like number 8, because I wasn't very good at using my noggin back then.
Well, you didn't like what?
I didn't like 8 back when I was a kid, because all this confused me, like, the fuck am I doing? But now I've grown up and I'm a lot more smarter, like, oh, so that's how I'm meant to be good at this game.
So there are a lot of people I've heard who are like, or at least a few who are like, oh, this game is so easy to break. You can, just do this stuff and then you can get the best weapons on disc 1, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, I suppose you could do that, but isn't that sort of missing the point? I mean, if you could break the game and that makes it too easy, then just don't break the game.
Yes. Good games should be a challenge, but not too hard.
Have you played Donkey Kong Country Returns?
No.
There's one game that many people might say was too hard.
Okay.
I like the challenge, but then there are there's the challenge, like the especially ridiculous challenge. Like, okay, now do all these levels as fast as you possibly can. It's like, nope.
No, I
Sorry.
want to take my time with these games.
Sorry, I can't do it. Oh, and there's also the mode where you only get one hit. And you can't use Diddy Kong.
Damn.
Oh, and by the way, the level's backwards. Like, as in mirrored, not as in you have to go through it backwards.
Oh, right.
That's weird.
Yes, it is.
That's why I like video game logic. The proper one. You can take your time with games. Most of the time.
Oh, well, what I was talking about is basically, like, you can do the game in the normal way, but then you can also go for, like, you can do the speed challenge on an individual level.
Ah.
And that's an independent thing. Like, you'll get credit for the normal level, and then you'll get a medal depending on how quickly you can do the speed run.
I see now. I see.
So, SK, if your video is running slower, we're at 44 minutes and 44, 45, 46.
I'm about just under 10 seconds ahead, I think.
Oh, well, you know what? That's not that much of a difference. Just leave it.
I mean, it stopped buffering about half an hour in, so then I tried to get it roughly where it was.
Oh, okay. Alright, so what you have to do is you have to get to the excavation site below this place with at least 10 units of steam energy left. You don't know that. What you do know is basically you want to use as little as possible. This is where Zell will come in handy. And if you know what Zell's like, then you might be able to imagine how that is. And I was trying to see what Rinoa had to say, but apparently she doesn't have anything to say.
She's giving him the cold shoulder.
I don't know. Maybe she doesn't believe that he's for real. Maybe she thinks that he's just going to retreat back into his shell.
Could be.
Or maybe the script writers just didn't write a line for her.
Silly script writers.
Alright, so if you have Zell in your party, then you want to use 1 unit of energy every time they give you this option.